Access Media Group, pivot, create, dominate. Be sure you like, share, subscribe for all future videos.
What's up, everybody? This your boy Mad Titan, and we appreciate everybody who watched episode 1, who liked, subscribed, who commented, who shared the video out. Much love, much support. But we are on to episode 2 right now. Right now is episode 2. It's the Philadelphia Eagles game. It's the Tennessee Texans game. It's the bye week, and we're going to talk about what we're going to do right now. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through training camp each week. We're going to allocate points each week, and we are going to continue the process of the rise of Caleb Launer and how fast we can get him to a 74 overall to 77 max by next year's season. So this is the rise of Caleb Launer as well. All right, let's get into it. Let's advance to the next week. We allocated points. We got 22 skill points. All right, it is week 2. We're here. Let's get this going. We have one story. We have our weekly strategy. We have some points. We're probably not going to use those until week 1. We're going to let them pile up, and then we'll allocate them in week 1 for that episode. So let's get into our storyline with our coach. It's an offensive coordinator meeting. Let's see what he has to say to Coach Payton. He's ready for the press conference this week. We're talking about position battles. Ooh, this is going to be nice. We're talking about position battles right here, ladies and gentlemen. So get ready for the press conference this week. Soon they're going to ask about position battles. Just be careful what you commit to. You got it. So we're gonna talk position battles with the press right now. All right, we're entering our press conference with the training camp. Let's see what we got. Let's see, next question. What do you guys want? Should there be a position battle at left end between Zach Allen and Yumi Uzuriki? There will not be a battle. Let's go most tackles just for, let's go most tackles. Whoever finishes the preseason with most tackles will win the battle. Perfect. We'll check on that in a few weeks. Right now, he has 1 tackle, I think, in preseason, so Zach Allen will play in the final preseason game, so we're not too much worried about that position battle. Let's go to weekly strategies. Let's get into the weekly strategy. You already know what we're about to do. We're going to sim out our guys. You guys will see the results of our battle with Caleb Launer, the mini game, and, bonus content for the end of the season. All right. Drill complete. We're going to sim out the rest of it. You already know. Weekly strategy is done. Let's go to player upgrades. Let's see what points we got for this week 2 in the preseason. Brandon Jones with another upgrade point. You already know we're going to go hybrid. We're going to get him to a scheme fit as quick as possible. So we're going to go hybrid. He got a +1 awareness, +2 pursuit, +3 tackle, and a +1 on his zone, and go up 84 on the hybrid, which makes him an 86 zone and an 86 run support. Free safety started at 5 years, 27-year-old Brandon Jones, man. Just keep doing your thing, brother. 88 overall in our defense. All right, that is our only upgrade for this week. Now we are going to get into the preseason. Let's get into the preseason. There's not much to talk about. All right, let's go. Game 2, preseason. We're here. We're in Philadelphia. You already know what we're going to do. We're going to set our depth chart for the preseason game 2. Do our guys play or not? I say no. Let's get to the depth chart and let's get this game going.
So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
And remember now, Mike, since they made the schedule change, this week 2 of the 3-week preseason is really the opportunity to have a dress rehearsal for a lot of these starters. We see them get more game opportunities and game reps, all in preparation for week 1 to kick off. But for the rest of the team.
Oh, they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game. This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. A big one there on 3rd down. Good.
And we're going to just keep giving them a chance.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. 2nd and a yard.
At the Broncos 23-yard line.
Man in motion is Smith. He's got room to roam. And he'll be taken down. One more time, they try Barkley. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone.
Everybody understanding the situation, you realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And he's going to be taken down.
You better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting...
And he's in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first...
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The best thing they did here...
Now Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. He's got it! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL...
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. A dive, and he's in! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown as This drive will start with a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Nix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Throwing, Nix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to pick up the first 7. Play action now. It's Nix.
Bo Nix on the scramble.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Here's Nix to throw. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. They need to convert here on 3rd and 5. They'll throw. It's Nix. They'll try to set up the screen here. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. Hurts again. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. And he's into the end zone. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
It's a great...
That's good for Eagles. First down.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. A gain of 16 yards.
They had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short, but there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Fires complete to Harrison Bryant. Now they are in business. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Hurts to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. Second down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. On now, it's Bo Nix to try the field goal. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. You could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And a nice run.
Target, and he comes through for him there.
Again, Hurts. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Broncos offense. And their running back set to go once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. Throwing downfield. Short. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. Lutz's kick is good.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 2nd down, zone read, and he keeps it. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion. 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Audric Estime. Touchdown, Broncos. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
Didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up.
To the goal line and in. A nice Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. To throw, it's Stidham. They'll try to set up the screen to Estime. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
The ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow. He's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up.
And he will dive into the end zone. Audric Estime. Touchdown. On 2nd down, this is Shipley. And he's going to be very close to a 1st down. That's a good run there. No shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this.
Change it in do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Harrison.
They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That is intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves.
It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Marshall is on the move. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Harrison Bryant. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, that's one of those scores. So it's a win here for the Eagles as they move to 2-0 in this preseason, getting that 2nd win here in Week 2. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
All right, that wraps up preseason week 2. We fall to the Philadelphia Eagles 48-27. Let's get into the stats. Let's see what this team did today. All right, let's get into the stats. Bo Nix did play a little bit longer than expected. He took a big hit today, so we got to watch out for that. He did go 20 for 28, 149 through the air, 71% completion and a touchdown. We have Jarrett Stidham. He went 7 for 10, 55, 70% completion. And Sam Ellinger went 7 for 13 for 47 yards. 53% completion. He did throw an interception today. Sam, you gotta watch that. Get in the film room with Bo. Watch the throws. All right, with the running backs, we did have a little bit of an off day with Object Estimate. He went 12 for 29, 2.4 on the ground, but he did score 2 short yardage goal line situation touchdowns, so he does show he has that. We had a little bit more of RJ Harvey. He went 9 for 42, 4.6 on the ground. RJ Harvey is a beast. He's a dog. We're going to unbag him week 1. We're not worried about RJ Harvey one bit. On to the receivers. We had another good day from Caleb Lawner, and he grows and develops. He's been getting first-team reps. We're going to let him play all the reps for tight end this preseason, so he can get as much as he can, as much XP as he can, as much development as he can. He went 10 for 66 yards, an average on catch. Brian had 5 for 43, 8.6 on the average. Troy Franklin had another touchdown in preseason as he went 5 for 31. Bailey had 4 for 52, another solid game for Bailey. Newton went 4 for 39. Slot guy showing that he can make some plays in that room. RJ Harvey had 3 out the backfield for 11. Everybody else pitched in for 1. Blocking, Justin Mayers had 7 pancakes. He did have 1 highlight pancake that we did love. 2 sacks. Considering that he was playing against Jalen Carter the entire game, we'll take that as a win. The rest of the offensive line was pretty good. Truss gave up a sack. We didn't really notice it, so it is what it is. On to the defensive side of the ball. Drew Sanders led the team with 6 solo tackles today, followed by J.O. Skinner and Chris Abrams with 4. Tackle assists, we had J.O. Skinner lead the team with 10, with Drew Sanders with 7. Total tackles, we'll go top 3. J.O. had 15, Drew Sanders had 13, and Bernard had 10 total. Tackles for loss, Bernard had 3, Ellis had 2, Jones had 2, Q had 1, Drew had 1, and Cat had 1. Sacks today, we had another sack from Ellis, and Q Robinson pitched in with another one. We got a half sack from Jones and Bernard at 5-1. No interceptions from the defense today. You got to pick up the production. Sam Franklin Jr., you have been challenged. Let's get into the end of week 2 preseason. Let's go through what we have: skill points, coaching points. What did we get? Did anybody grow? All right, we got 3 skill points today. 3 skill points today. I mean, it is what it is. We'll add that to the 22 that we already have. So we're already at 25. We have no skill points being added to our team. So that wraps up preseason game number 2. As we go 1-1, we fall again 48-27. Let's advance to week number 3 and let's get into this preseason. Let's get into it. Preseason advance, weekly schedule. We don't have any coaching things going on. We don't have any skill point things going on. So we'll get right into our weekly schedule. But we are going to Houston to face the Texans. So we're looking forward to that challenge. A lot of our second team and third team guys will be playing the majority of the game. All our first team starters will be sitting this game out. All right, weekly strategy, preseason week 3. Let's get into it. You already know we do the auto sim, but you guys look forward to the rise of Caleb Lauder. He is having an excellent preseason so far. We look forward to see what he does in game 3, but we are going to simulate this out. Let's go. All right, you already know we about to simulate the rest of training camp. We got to upgrade for a player before we hit game 3. Let's see who it is. Let's see who it is. Who do we have? Chris Abrams' range is going up 1 overall. We get 1 skill point. We're going to apply that to the man, what he already does best. Scheme fit. Let's keep him building. Let's keep him going as he continues to fight and battle for position in the depth chart. Project Estimate continues as we keep developing our power guy and our system. We believe in Estimate. We're going to keep pairing him with RJ throughout the season. Project Estimate, let's keep developing him. A power back, he's 72 power, he's 72 elusive. Keep developing him, let's keep him balanced so he can keep doing his thing in our system. He gets a +1 on his vision, he really needs it. +1 break tackle and +2 on his carry as he goes up to a 73 overall power. All right, let's get into preseason game number 3. Let's go. Final preseason game. For those that have enjoyed the content, make sure you hit a like, share, subscribe. Make sure you comment with your favorite moment of the preseason.
So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any of his friends. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chain. Throwing is Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
There on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
Super Bowls without those kind of traits. But those that do and become consistent starters, and this is where Stidham will have to take an opportunity and run with it, they don't make mistakes, elevating people around him.
To the air with Stidham. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. 30. A 10. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that third down conversion. Off the play action, Stidham. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That little thought that you got a flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. On third down, Stidham. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Texans grab it! Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more accurate. Mixon. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Texans get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Shotgun snap now to Stidham. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. While you watch defensive coaches
take over on offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest.
And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans take a second and 9. From the gun, here's Estime. This is ahead for about 5. Gain of 5, they still need 4 on third down. Stidham with pressure coming. Complete beyond the marker. Oh, this big guy is moving! And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Shotgun, it's Stidham. Into traffic, complete. Closer here for third and goal. Working from the gun, here's Stidham. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. It's an early advantage for the Texans. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Track. Now they've got third and 9.
Brings up third and 10.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he's got it.
Brings up second and 7 at the 39-yard line.
On the ground again with Mixon. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that.
First down, Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Mixon, and he gets in, touchdown! The Texans can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an
offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Now it'll be caught by Troy Franklin. From the 36. Brought in by Vele. Coverage, Brock, you know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Has his man. It's Mixon. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, here's Stroud. Pass caught by Tate Dell. And they finally bring him down. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him.
Oh, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond. It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost.
And he's over the line and in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans continue dominating in our opening half. It's a joke. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
To stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks. If you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory. It's a design boot. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down at about the... Running it here with Estime. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still... It's halftime here in Houston, with the Texans enjoying a lead at the break. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these two teams. After this comes final cut downs, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on for the NFL kickoff game on the Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, this is the final dress rehearsal. Still a chance for someone to make a big play that cements his spot on the roster.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. Hits him on the out route. It's a pickup of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Ellinger to throw it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup.
That commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ellinger will look to throw. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here's Ellinger to the air. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. On the option, he gets crushed behind the line and the ball comes out. And the Broncos corral it. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start the second half with some needed points. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Completed to Collins. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll throw it again. Connecting on the slant. And they finally bring him down. Mixon. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Houston first. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
37-yard line.
Stroud throwing here on first. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Texans football as we start the 4th, and they hold a commanding advantage here. That play, it's going to be 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans continue piling it on here in the 4th. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch made over the middle. It's a gain of 22. Ellinger set to pass. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Ellinger to throw. The throw is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd goal. Here's Ellinger to the air. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Taken away by the rookie from USC.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Looking to the air here. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Desperation time here on 4th. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. So it's a win for the Texans. And this victory is going to give them a nice shot of confidence as they work through the next couple of weeks and prepare for things to count coming up in Week 1. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.
Yo, what's up? Game is over. We take a tough L, 52-19, but all is not lost. This game was about our 3rd team guys, our 4th team guys, the 75 guys that aren't going to make the 53, so we wanted to get them as many reps as possible, then make a good determination on who is going to make our roster. Alright, Jarrett Stidham went 16 for 26, 173, 61% completion. He threw 2 pick sixes, which pretty much put us behind the gate out in the 1st quarter. Sam Ellinger had a decent game. He went 16 for 21, 157, 76% completion. A touchdown and an interception as well. I mean, as far as QB2, we're not really worried about that. We plan on Bo Nix just starting and balling out, so we're not worried about QB2. Project Estimate. He started out hot in Week 1 in preseason. Now he is starting to show why he needs further development. Project Estimate had 14 carries for 13 yards, 1.2 on average. Meaning but they didn't do too much. Neither did a lot of guys they played up with the first team a lot of this game, so we'll take that into consideration. Caleb Lawner continues to impress. He has not scored a touchdown yet in preseason, but he continues to impress with another great preseason game. That's 11 catches, 163 on a 14.8 average. He had 1 drop. His long was 49 yards. He averaged 9.3 after the catch. Jerron Newton showed why he is going to make this roster in some type of way. He flashed on special teams today. He flashed again. I think this is his 2nd touchdown in the preseason. So 4 catches, 31 yards and a tutty. Pat Bryant shows why he's just a solid 3rd down guy. Blew the chains, averaged 10 yards to catch. You know what I mean? We're just going to continue to develop Pat. Devon Bailey, solid guy, 2 catches, 24 yards, 12 on average. Jerron Davis had 2 for 29. The FCS kid shows why he is probably going to make the practice team. We're going to lock him in and keep developing him. Here is the list of the other guys. Franklin chipped in with 2. A.T. Perry had 2 for 9. A.T. Perry in his first appearance in preseason. Now, let's go over the offensive linemen. Center gave up a sack. Truss gave up another sack. I'm not sure how many that is. Defense, let's talk about it. Solo tackles was led by Justin Sternad. Sternad led the team in tackles today with 18, followed by Drew and JL with 12. Jaden Robinson. We moved Jaden Robinson to free safety, and he's showing why. He's showing flashes of why he might make the team as our free safety 2 or 3, just depending on what we want to do. tackles for loss. Jonah Ellis has had a great preseason so far, 2 tackles and another sack. For loss, Bernard had 2, Tillman had 1. The lone sack was Jonah Ellis. Interception by Drew Sanders in the first. Drew, the star, continues to develop. We're going to get into the part that I love the most, roster development, right after this. Let's see how many skill points or coaching points we get for this game. We get 7 coaching points that add into our total of 25. Take us up to like 32, I think. So that's good for our coaching staff. We'll allocate some of those before week 1, and we'll get that in. This is the 53-man roster. We'll go over preseason stats. We'll go over position battles. We'll see who actually won those battles in the one-generated battle that CPU had made for us, which was Zach Allen versus Osi Yuri, or Izuri Yumiyami, whatever his name is. But let's get into it. Let's advance out. Let's see what we have going on. We have 22 players that we need to cut. 22 players. Who is going to make our practice team? But before we get into that, we have 2 stories for the media. We have practice sideline story, and we have a position side story. But before we do that, let's get into preseason stats for our team. Jarrett Stidham, 400 yards and 2 interceptions and a tutty. Same with Sam Ellinger. Bo Nix, he did his thing when he got his rest. Project estimate. Not a good preseason, but he did score 3 times in goal line short yardage situations, so he does show that he is a true power back. We just got to get those yards per carry up estimate. We had flashes from Jaleel McLaughlin. He had 9. RJ Harvey is ready for the regular season. We're going to unleash RJ Harvey week 1. The rest, let's see, for jet sweeps and quarterback runs. Where's Blake Watson? Did he get any carries? No touches for Blake Watson. I don't think Blake Watson had a touch. Nope, no touches for Blake Watson. The man of preseason. He didn't get in a touchdown, but he had 28 catches for 281 yards, averaged 10 per on each catch. His long was for 49 against the Texans. Devon Bailey came in with 10 for 119. Franklin had 11 for 109 and 2 touchdowns. Does the touchdowns outweigh the catches on average? That is pretty much a dead. They're going to rotate. I think we're going to give Franklin 2 more formations because he scored 2 touchdowns, and that's how we're going to determine that battle. It's pretty much dead even, but the touchdowns determine it. He's going to get 2 extra formations above Bailey, but they're both going to rotate in. Now, Pat Bryant, amazing preseason, 10 catches, 103, averaged 10.3. Love what he did. And then the surprise in preseason, Jerron Newton, 9 for 78, 2 touchdowns. He flashed in special teams as well. He's probably going to make this 53-man roster. We love what we have with him. We're going to continue to develop him, along with Jaquin Davis, the FCS big man with the speed. He showed he had 3 catches. He averaged 16 per catch, so we like that. And RJ Harvey out of the backfield, along with Estimate, pretty much dead, even like what we like out of our backfield, our running backs. We like that from our running backs out the backfield. Let's see, what else do we have? Those are pretty much our receiving stats. Let's see, who gave up the most sacks in preseason? They're all young. So on defense, we have J.L. Skinner leading preseason with 16 solo tackles, tied with Justice Bernard. Drew Sanders had 12. We had our nickel back, Chris Abrams, reigned with 11. Kendall Boyer, we played him in multiple positions. First game, he played a little bit of safety. He did have a pick. He's shown he can tackle. He's shown he can explode. He does have special teams qualities, so he might make this roster. We have Q. He had 8 solo tackles, 12 total tackles, 3.5 sacks. Jonah Ellis had 7 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks in the preseason in 3 games. Jonah Ellis is ramping up probably for a monster season. Total tackles, JL Skinner led the group, on the defensive side with 36, followed by Justin Sernad with 35, Drew Sanders with 33, Chris Abrams trained with 24. Tackles for loss, we had Jonah Ellis with 9, Sernad with 5, Savion Jones with 5, Q Robinson with 4, Drew Sanders with 3, Chris Abrams with 2, Dondre Tillman with 2. Now we have sacks. We have Jonah Ellis with 4 sacks. Q had 3.5. Savion Jones had 1.5. Shane Cokes had 1. Dondre Tillman had 1. We got a plethora of guys with some half sacks. All right, interceptions. Kendall Bowler had 1. Drew Sanders had 1. They pretty much showed why they can develop and stay on this team. As far as Kendall Bowler goes, he'll probably make the roster, at least practice squad. Drew Sanders, do we start him based off of what he did? Drew Sanders, 12 solo tackles, 21 assists, 33 total, 3 tackles for loss, and an interception. Does that qualify you for linebacker 2? You guys comment, let me know, what are we going to do with this? How are we going to build him out? Does he take Singleton's job going into week 1? All right, special teams. Kershaw punting average was 45 yards. His long was 59 yards. Special teams, my guys flashed. We got the guy from Toledo, Newton, and my guy Bowler from Florida A&M. If you can play special teams in the NFL, you can make our team. That's our motto. Let's get into the hard part of this now. Let's go to the managed rosters. We don't like to go in there. We like to do it this way so we can look at our lineup. Let's go quarterbacks. Let's talk quarterback room. We have 22 players that we need to cut. I think we're going to keep all 3 quarterbacks. We love our guys. They're going to help Bo grow. Running back room. Somebody's got to go. I want to say it's going to be Blake Watson. He didn't do anything this preseason. I'd probably say he had 1 or 2 carries. We wish him well, but Blake Watson, you have to go, my guy. Oh, there's a practice squad spot for you. You can go to practice squad. I'm not sure if we're going to use it on you. Because for one, I know for sure, wide receiver room, Jerron Davis, he will be earning our first practice squad spot. All right, we get 12 players for practice squad. We just assigned our first player. We have 11 more slots to go. We're going to use those for our young guys first that we feel that will develop. Watson, that'll be a decision at the end. Let's really think about this. Sheffield, keeping. A.T. Perry, do you have any practice squad availability left? Yes, you do. That'll be a decision at the end. If we keep him or cut him. Jerron Newton, does he make our roster 53? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we keep 6 wide receivers or do we keep 5? That's the question. Actually, we have Pat Bryant here, so we have to. We're going to assign him as our second practice squad guy. Now, A.T. Perry, process of elimination. We're probably only going to keep 2. We might keep 3 receivers. We don't know. Tight end room, we're going to keep Nate Atkins. Do you get any playing time? I don't think you do, and I'm only going to keep 4. Do you have practice squad availability left? All right, Nate Atkins, we're going to move to the practice squad. We love the guy. We love him, but we only want to keep 4 tight ends active so far. Offensive lineman, Alex, you are definitely not making our team. I'm sorry, you are not making our practice squad. We wish you well. We wish you well. You're not making our team. It's not a good fit for us and what we want. If you can't play special teams, you can't make the team. And Joe shows that he can play that flank outside special team guy that we need. Now, right guard, do we keep the older guys? I'm not sure. 5 years in the league, 2 years in the league. Pollock Ziski, he has some practice squad availability. Rock Martin, do we keep Rock Martin or do we release him? Go back to that. Trust, we know we're gonna hit you with practice squad. Trust, we love you. We love your development. And with that being said, the same goes for Marquise Cox. We love your development and everything you guys are doing. So we're gonna keep you guys. Clay Webb, we definitely love you too. Justin Mayers, like I said, we're gonna keep you. We're not going to relinquish Justin Mayers. He will be on our practice squad. We definitely only want to keep 1 active tackle because Perk can play both. So we'll give Crum another year. Clay Webb shows that he can be our swing guy, so we're going to release Brock Martin. Clay Webb can be our swing guy, so we're going to release you. We'll release you. We'll make that decision later. All right, as far as offense goes, we made our first lineup of cuts. We are going to deep dive into our defense, and then we'll make our final cuts after that. Let's get into defense. I know for a fact we are not going to keep Inyemi Uzuriki. You are no longer going to be on our team. I'm sorry. Shane Cope showed that he can play on this level. He had 1.5 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, so we're good with that on preseason as our backup. Now we have Savion Jones, we have Christian Doyle. We love what we got out of Doyle, so we'll initiate a practice squad for him. The same with Christian Williams. We love what we got out of Williams, so we'll add him to our practice squad. Johnny Walker will probably keep 3 active outside linebackers, which means Tillman will keep you active. Our middle linebackers, we're going to have to, I don't know how many spots we have left. We'll keep you, you're more versatile. We'll keep both of you guys right now. If we do, JB Brown has to start it. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. DBs, Kendall Boyler. My guy showed signs that he can play on this level. I like what he does. Mary Mathis contract is up. He's a free agent. He's a free agent this year. Do we use Jaquan McMillan? Do we keep him for injury purposes? Who knows? Let's see. Let's not make too many decisions right now. Jade Robinson, we definitely gonna add you to practice squad right now because we like what we have with you. We're gonna keep you, further develop you into a free safety. We believe in you. Yep. So let's go back out. Let's see how many more roster spots are left. We are down to our final 7 cuts. Let's see what positions we are really solidified on as far as numbers go. Quarterback, we are good with our quarterback room. We'll move on from there. Running backs, we have to drop it down to 5. We are going to go ahead and release Blake Watson. He didn't do much this year in preseason, so we're going to go ahead and release him. It's going to save us $1.85 million in salary cap. We wish you well. We hope you find a home. But it's a numbers game at the end of the day. This will be our final four with Harvey, McLaughlin, Estime, and Tyler Batty. Burton is our only fullback, as always, until he probably retires out or we find another fullback once he hits a level of not being a good fullback. Wide receiver room, final cuts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Process of elimination will go A.T. Perry. Do we have a practice squad spot for him? All right, practice squad roster is full. Are there any guys that we can absolutely not live with, or guys that we can live without? I would say my first would be Kyron Reed. We can live without you. We appreciate you showing up and showing out this year in camp, but it's a numbers game at the end of the day, and we have to make room for 3 wide receivers. Let's see. Yeah, I like it so far. All right, we have made room for A.T. Perry to join our practice squad. He should have another year of eligibility left. He does. So A.T. Perry, welcome to the practice squad. We're going to keep 6 active wide receivers because we do not want anybody to try to snatch up Pat Bryant or Trent Sherfield. And we're going to keep their development going. Tight end room, we've got that down. We have our final 4 with Ingram, Troutman, and Caleb Lawner. He beat out Nate Atkins for that 4th tight end. Long snapper is always going to count for our 4th tight end, so it is what it is on that one. Left tackle room is set. Okay, Garrett Bowles is our only left tackle, as we have Hurt as our swing tackle. The left guard room is set. Ben Powers and Clay Webb will be our left guards this year. Our center room is set. Luke Wattenberg and Joe Makalowski will be our centers this year. Our right guard room is almost set. I want to say we release Polakowski because Webb can be our swing. And I think we're only going to keep 8 active linemen this year. It just makes sense for the numbers. We're going to keep 8 active linemen. We have a swing tackle, we have a swing guard, and we have a center. Let's get into our defensive room. Let's go to our final 2 left ends, Zach Allen and Shane Coates, as we chop down that room to 2, as we keep 2 active left ends only. The same with our right ends. We have John Franklin Myers, and we have the rookie Savion Jones from LSU. He'll be more of our swing. Shane Coates will back up him on left and right as well, and that's our plan for that. Let's go to our defense tackle room. We have DJ Jones and we have Malcolm Roach. Those will be our final 2 guys. We have 6 total defensive linemen for our interior, and they will rotate. Now let's get into our edge room. Left outside linebacker, we have Benito, Ellis, and Walker. Walker made the club. Welcome to the final 53. You are officially a Denver Bronco. All right, middle linebacker room, let's talk about it. We talked about it a lot in preseason, but like I said, week 1, we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it G. We're going to start how I said. We're going to start go Greenlaw. We're going to go Singleton. We're going to go Sanders and Sternard. We added Brown to our practice squad, and we released Reed. Right outside linebacker room, we kept 3. We have Cooper, we have Q, and we have Tillman. Those we have 3 this year in the 20. Cornerback room, we are keeping a few. We have some more. We got to make some final decisions. All right, it is going to come down to our secondary room. We have 4 cuts to make. It comes down to the secondary and what we are going to do. Let's get into it. First is our cornerback room. We have PS2, we have Jade Barron, we have Riley Moss, we have Jaquan McMillan, we have Chris Abendrain, we have Demary Mathis, and we have Kendall Bowler. Now, in my head, what I would want to do right now, I know I have to release 2. I'm not sure which 2 yet. So we're going to go to the safeties room. We have Jones, we have Franklin, we have Turner Yell. We're going to keep 3 safeties in our strong safety, free safety room. So it's really, what are we going to do with our guys? And I want to say, the bottom 2, we're going to keep Kendall Bowler. We got to make room for him to join our practice squad. We love what he did, but we have to make room for him to join our practice squad. So that means we are going to have to release someone from practice squad. All right, this is our practice squad roster. We have to make room for our guy. We have to figure out what we are going to do. I have my eye on someone, and his name is Frank Crum. I love you. I wish you well, but we have to make room for one of our guys. So when you identify one of your guys, you have to make room for them and keep them locked on your roster. So we're going to do that. So Kendall Bowler, we are going to move you to the practice squad. Okay, this just in, we made a decision. We are only going to keep 3 running backs due to wanting to keep an extra DB on our team. So, Tyler Batty, the Batty is left the building. This is no longer Bad Girls Club. Tyler Batty, we wish you well in your endeavors in the NFL. So we're going to keep 3 active running backs. 3 active running backs. So now we have to get rid of 1 DB, and it's a numbers game. You're the older guy on this team that hasn't done much. You haven't done much on. I mean, let's just check out your stats. And going into your 4th year, you have no interceptions. You have a total of about 100 tackles. Literally, like you just cracked 100 tackles. You're like 102 in total tackles. So I don't see a legit reason why we keep you on our roster. Do we keep Turner Yell? All right, we have to make a decision. We have 2 more players that we need to cut or move to practice squad. We had to release A.T. Perry from practice squad and Nate Atkins from practice squad because there are some guys that we just want to keep on our team and retain and develop. So we'll go through that. That makes some decisions. And actually, there might be one. Johnny Walker Jr., we're going to have to move you to practice squad, buddy. We're going to keep you on our team. We love you, but we have to make room. We're only going to have 2 active outside linebackers on the left and the right. And Andre Tillman, we love you, guy, but if you have another year of practice squad, we are going to move you to practice squad. But first, we're going to change your fucking gear. Because if you ever show up just by wearing the wrong on my field, I will cut you. Read the room, buddy. Read the room. Don't you ever show up on the field with white sleeves and everybody's all on blue. Welcome to the practice squad, Andre Tillman. We love you. We love what you've been doing with the program, but we had to make room. So we kept 6 DBs just on the simple fact of we like all our guys. Mary Mathis is on his final year of his contract, so we'll try to squeeze him in somewhere so he can get something going for himself. This is our final 53-man roster. Let's take a quick look at it. We're not going to go too in-depth at it. If you want to look at it like that, just hit the pause button. I'm not paused. But let me stop messing with y'all. But yes, this is our final 53-man roster. We like what we did. We like all the business decisions that we made. You guys comment, like, share, subscribe. What you guys think we should have done differently with the final 53-man roster. Who you thought we should have kept. Do you like what we did? Draft picks. We have all. Nope, we were missing a 6th round pick, but other than that, we all have all the picks this year. This is our practice squad. We kept Truss, we kept Bowler, we kept Newton, we kept Williams, we kept Walker Jr., we kept Tillman, we kept Justin Mayers, we kept Cox, pause, we kept Doyle, we kept Davis, we kept Brown. Kept Robinson. Those are our practice squad 12. All right, we are going to end this episode right here. We appreciate everyone that showed up and showed out. Continue to show love, continue to support. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe. Make sure you cut on that notification bell. Episode 3 will be coming soon. We will be going through the NFL schedule. We'll be sitting through the first couple of weeks of the NFL. We'll be going through scenarios. We'll probably be changing a couple of players' numbers as well, but we are going to get into it. And also, we appreciate everyone for stopping by. Comment, where's Bronco country for you? This is Mad Titan. We appreciate everyone again at Access Media Group, Access Ratings for these rosters. The official 75 has been chopped down to 53. Comment, who do you think we should have kept active? Who do you think we should sign in free agency? But this is Mad Titan, and we are out. Appreciate you.
Access Media Group. Pivot, create, dominate. Be sure you like, share, subscribe for all future videos.